Okay, I'm going to do something a little different here because I recorded most of these without using my microphone. So this first one, I get the gold relic for hanging out, which this level gave me a lot of trouble, which is the main reason why I decided to do it this way, because it's just hard for me to, well, I only have a certain amount of time to play this at night when my children are sleeping. So if I do this during the day, I can't use my microphone because of the children and their noise. So anyway, besides the point. This level just gave me a lot of trouble. I don't really know why it gave me so much trouble. It seems like there's not a whole lot of like leeway in the time. Like the gold relic time is ridiculously fast, and I mean, I rarely stop moving in this, and I just barely get it. So I don't even really know how the platinum's possible, but needless to say, I'm sure it is, and I'm sure the dev time's even faster, but I got the gold, and that's all that really mattered. So this last part was such a pain. Like, this part here, getting the timing of it to not get electrocuted just sucked. I know I actually did that a lot faster than I thought I did. I think the gold time's like 1:03 or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, I finally got it, and it took forever. So this next one, I believe, is the Death Root gem. This level's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. It has a Death Root, and this is like one of the few levels that the Death Root has boxes, and it's also, this Death Root also bypasses a part of the level that also has boxes, so you have to like do the Death Root, backtrack, take the Death Root platform back down to then get the boxes on the part that would initially be bypassed by the Death Root. It's crazy. So I didn't realize that the first time I did this, so I just get the Death Root gem, which is fine because I don't think it's actually possible to get the Death Root gem and the regular clear gem in the same run, unless you can do some crazy jump maneuvering with Crash, but I don't know how you would collect the Death Root gem and not fall down the little thing, but it might be possible. I don't know. I'm sure it is. Someone can probably do it out there, but not me. So, as with all Death Roots, you have to get to the Death Root without dying, or else it won't be, you won't be able to do it. See, I was going for all boxes too, because I didn't realize that I wasn't going to be able to get it all in the same thing, so that's why I'm like meticulously making sure I get every box. Because like I wouldn't have even had to do this. So I know this probably isn't as exciting with this voiceover, but to be honest, whenever I get really frustrated with this game, I don't really talk a whole lot anyway, because I'm just trying to concentrate and not die, and I often die and then I just get mad, so most of my commentary is just me grunting and getting aggravated. So in a sense, this is a little bit better in my opinion, if anyone watches this video, you know. So the death root is coming up. Those icicles are like one of the worst things in this level. Here's the death root. Okay, so this death root, honestly, I don't think there's a worse death root in the game. Maybe there is. This one sucks, in my opinion. It's the ice, there's nitro boxes everywhere. There's these porcupines, there's these smashers. It's just awful. And it's really helpful if you can keep your masks. If you have at least 2 of them, that's great, because then you'll get a 3rd one, and it allows you to basically just destroy all the boxes in the death root, or all the nitro boxes. It makes the one part of it a lot easier, which I think I die here, and it spawns me with a mask. So then you can collect 2 more just in the death root, so then that obviously gives you the invincibility. Pretty sure I die, because I don't think I do this legitimately. Yeah, I fall right there. So that spawns me with a mask. A double mask, actually. Because I was trying this so much. I died so many times. I cut out a lot of it. So yeah, so it gave me a double mask. So once I collect this mask here. So you see me skip these boxes, because you have to come all the way back anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So I get the 3rd mask here, and then you can basically just run through the whole last bit of it, and it makes it so much easier, because there's normally you have to jump over these nitro boxes, and there's all these smasher things, and you have the mask. It's easy, but you got to slow down here because you don't want to fall off. And I must have already put the death root gem is in between those fruits there. I think I had fallen down. I probably cut that part out, but I fell down and I got the gem, but I didn't collect a checkpoint. I just killed myself, so I spawned back in the death root checkpoint so that I could go back, because I wanted to get all these boxes, because again, I was trying to get all the boxes, which I didn't realize you couldn't. Well, I guess you could do it. If you fell down, you could just not get the checkpoint. Yeah, you could do it all in one run, because you could fall down, not get the checkpoint, kill yourself, come back, and then do it all. You'd have to do the death route all over again, but then you could come back and just take the death route platform back down to get the boxes that you would skip. So you could get it all in one. It would be a pain, and if you did, that's pretty impressive. But I don't know how I didn't get smashed there. I don't really know what I was doing here either. Oh yeah, this was when I didn't take the thing back down, that's right. So you should, if you're trying to get all the boxes, you need to take the death route platform that you came up on back down, so that you can do this part of the level that you're skipping over. Because when you drop down here, it drops you back down to this. So you skip a whole bunch of boxes, so that's why I only get the death route gem in this run. But I didn't know that, so because I try not to look things up if I don't have to. I like to try to figure things out on my own. So this was something I figured out on my own, and if I'd have known before, I would have done it that way, but I hate those porcupines. They're like one of the worst enemies in this game. Them and those lizard things with like the, whatever you call it, the fiery like fin things on top, where you have to slide to kill them. At least you can slide to kill them, though. You can't. If the porcupines have their spikes out, no matter what you do, you die, or you get hurt, I guess I should say. But yeah, see, I missed a lot of boxes because I didn't realize that I had to go back down that way. So anyway, that's the death route gem. next we do the all boxes gem. Okay, so now this is the clear gem run, or you just have to get all boxes. And actually speed up portions of this just because it's basically the same thing again, other than you have to do the backtracking on the death route. So we're going to quickly run through this part of the level. It's time-lapsed. It's like ×4 speed, I think. I don't know. And then it will slow back down at the death route. So if you don't know how to do this part, you can see what you have to do for the death route to get back down. But it's pretty obvious, I think, in what I'm saying, that how you have to take the platform back down. Okay, so now we're back at the death route. And it's the same thing, really, which I already took a hit. I think I just killed myself on purpose, yeah. And it actually spawned me with a level 2 mask again. I don't know how, to be honest, but it did. I die a lot, so that's probably why. It does start to give you masks if you die a lot. So anyway, same thing. Get all the way to the end. Hit the little steel exclamation point box. And then go back down. I probably could have sped this part up too, but it's whatever. So yeah, you don't want to fall down that. It's very important you don't fall down that. And I got hit there, but it's whatever. Going back's easy because there's no nitro crates. There's only the one smasher thing you have to worry about, which is after you jump over this part. You have to worry about this because if you don't time it right, you'll get smashed. And I jumped a little early there and actually panicked, but I still made it. So. Now you gotta get all these boxes, make sure you don't miss any. I think there's 8 in that clump, and then there's obviously the extra life one that you get from hitting the exclamation point. So just make sure you get them all. Don't miss any. They're kind of hard to see. So then you gotta go all the way back, hit the nitro box because you suck, and then take the platform back down. And then it's just to do the level of normal from here on out. And I speed it up again, I believe. Or maybe I speed it up once I get back to the part where the death route and this normal path join back up. So it's not very far away, it's pretty close. These penguins too, damn spin move. Although I have noticed you can jump on their head when they're spinning and it doesn't hurt you. So that is kind of cool to know. I always thought it just hurt you, whatever. But if you jump on their head while they're spinning, it doesn't make them, like, you don't kill them or anything, but it doesn't hurt you either. Always make sure you hit TNTs. That's just one thing you got to think of, especially if you're going for all boxes. Don't leave a TNT somewhere. And especially, I had done this run before, and I was missing 5 boxes, I think. And the reason why I was missing 5 boxes is because I hit a checkpoint, and then I hit the nitro exclamation point box that destroys all the nitro crates, and I died. And then I respawned to the checkpoint, and in my anger and frustration just started running and didn't hit the nitro crate destroy box thing again. So yeah, so always make sure if there's like a one of those things beside the checkpoint, always make sure you hit it before you activate the checkpoint, so that if you do die, when you reload back up at that checkpoint, that will have already been activated and you won't forget about it. A little cheeky extra life back there. Alright, so this is the last little bit. This is easy. You just slide a couple times and those things will never hit you. I know there's an extra life up there, but it's not worth it to me to try to get it. So I always just ignore it. So yeah, so right here it joins back up with the normal path. So I just speed it through because it's all the same. Just get all the boxes. And you'll see that checkpoint up there with the nitro exploiter thing. That's what I had messed up the one time I did it. And I did it again too. Like I didn't hit it before I hit the checkpoint, but I actively was like making myself remember because I knew that's what I had done the first time. So there's the gem, and that's, oh no, we still have the time trial, but that's Cold Hard Crash gems. So now I know I already have it here in the thing, and the reasoning on that is because I thought I was recording and I actually wasn't. So when I hit the share button to stop the recording, I started a recording and then realized that I wasn't recording to begin with, and then I couldn't do the like save the last bit of my gameplay because when you start recording it automatically like deletes the gameplay that it was recording just normally like the PlayStation does. So anyway, I'm just doing it again just to prove that I did it. I guess, I don't know. Not that I need to prove anything to anybody, but I just wanted to do it again. And I actually did it faster the second time. Not fast enough to get the platinum, but I still did do it faster. So but I just wanted to do it again just because it felt weird leaving it out, I guess. So you won't see Crash pull the relic out of his butt, but you will see me get the time that would be fast enough for it, essentially. If you ever see like the time freeze crates that are with a TNT, always just activate the TNT and keep running, because the TNT will activate the crates for you. So you don't have to stand there and like try and hit them. See, I jumped on him while he was spinning there and it didn't hurt me. So this last part, I think I get another mask, and it makes this last part really easy. Yeah, because you can just run straight through everything here and not have to worry about it. I mean, even the wheels won't hurt you, but you obviously can fall and die, so you gotta be careful there. But actually, I almost fell there. So yeah, so here is a time that would be fast enough for the gold relic, and you'll see it's my number one. Yeah, so I did it almost, what, 7 seconds faster than the gold time that I got initially. So yeah, so anyway, there you go. Now, Ruination, this level was probably my least favorite because it was just very difficult. So I don't actually know what I was going for first here. I think this is the all boxes. Yeah, because the gem path I did second. Okay, so I was trying all kinds of things because I tried this level a lot, and I was originally trying to just get all the boxes, and then I was getting frustrated, so I was like, well, let's try the gem path. Got frustrated with the gem path, and then I was trying to do time trial, got frustrated with the time trial. I eventually got them all done. But, there's a mask up there if you didn't know that. So, yeah. So this is just the all boxes. You can skip the gem path because there's no boxes on it. That gem path just gives you another clear gem, but there are no boxes at all. You do have to do this though, which this is a pretty tricky bonus level. It has the steel, like, or steel, whatever you want, whatever you call them. The boxes you have to like body slam. It has those stacked in really weird places, and they're high, so you have to use like the jump spin trick, slide jump spin trick to get up on top of them to be able to body slam them. And there's one that's stacked 5 high, and it has, I fell off there. There's one that's stacked 5 high, and it's got TNT beside it, so it's just hard to get up on it. But you can do the slide jump spin belly flop thing, and you'll get them all, which you'll see me do that here. But it's just tricky. It's hard to get on them without falling off, and it took me. I think I get it this try though. But I had done this multiple times before this, so don't think I just came in here and did this on my second try. It was a long time coming for this. I tried this for hours at least. Not this in specific, but this level. The whole level. Ruination in general. So here's this one, which this one you can just run away because it'll destroy the 2 crates below, and then it'll just drop them. So then that's easy enough to get on top of. But this one is the tough one. So I just do the same thing. I activate the TNT, move away, and then you do the slide, jump, spin, belly flop, and you'll get them. Just like that. Now this set of box bounces it's not, I don't know, the bouncy ones are the hard ones. I like to try to get in between both of them so that if one broke, I was still standing on a box. But once you get them broken, then it's pretty easy. You just bounce on the rest of them to get all the boxes. And that's that bonus level. It has such a long, like, travel to it as well. These monkeys, oh my god. Okay, and these fire-breathing statues. Like, the fire can be gone, and you'll jump, and you'll still get hit by the fire. It's so annoying. I did that so many times too. I hate when he like either his toes like graze the platform and you fall off of it, or his heels just like hit the edge of it and you slide off. It happens so often in this game, and I don't know if it's like they made the edges of it slippery so he just slides right off, but I've never seen that happen in like any other game. Like, it just feels like the edges are like made of ice. I was so nervous here. I didn't want to. I was struggling with lives on this too. I was constantly out of lives and having to retry. So I just didn't want to die anymore. So I was just taking my time. Luckily, I'm up to 5 lives here. I don't know why I paused there. Maybe I had to do something with one of my children. I'm not sure. I try to cut those out if I do pause, but I missed that one, clearly. Which I could cut it out still, but I'm not that worried about it. It was paused for like 2 seconds. These slanted platforms and like the rotating slanted platforms. It's awful. I found that it's a good idea to not hold R2, which is like the sprint the, whatever you call it, the thing you get after beating the game, like you can run faster. Don't hold that on those, because if you, like when you bump the analog stick to keep him on the thing, if you're holding that R2, he'll like move faster and fall off. It's just annoying. See, I'm already down to 2 lives again, and I'm just like, this is so close to the end of the level, and I've been trying this for so long, and I was like, oh my god, I just want to finish this level. So, but yeah, so word of advice, do not hold the sprint thing, sprint modifier, when you're on this, because when you are tapping, because he slides, like Crash, if you just don't do anything, Crash will slide off of it. So like I did it, I was still holding it, I was holding R2 there, and he jumped forward. So I think this was the time when I stopped doing it. Almost missed the platform there. This part I was so nervous with. I thought I was going to fall off there again, but luckily I didn't. Alright, and this is the last little stretch. You just have to jump over these platforms with the big ogre guy throwing the logs. Gorilla, whatever he is. And that's it. There's the clear gem. Alright, the next thing we do here is the gem path, clear gem, and this gem path is definitely a hard one, for sure. I struggled a lot with it. You're going to see me pretty much breeze through it because I had done it so many times, but this was a hard one for me. So this gem path is... you have those gorilla guys that are throwing the logs at you, and they throw them pretty fast. It's pretty... They're like every 1 or 2 seconds apart they throw one. And you have to jump across the little thin platforms the whole way. And it's just pretty difficult. So it helps to have masks, but it's definitely doable without masks. I mean, I've made it through without using my masks at all, but I've also made it through taking 2 hits. So you don't have to do slide jumps, but I've found that made my success rate higher. It also made me fall a lot too, so do whatever you're comfortable with. Now this one is the hardest one in my opinion, because I don't like doing this direction. It's hard to judge your depth. See, I took a hit there and I fell. So yeah, I don't like the going away from the screen. It's just the depth perception is so hard to judge. See, I didn't do a slide jump there and I still made it. So you don't have to do those, they just sometimes make it easier. You don't even have to do it here. I just, I don't know. I just felt like if I did the slide jump, I could jump earlier, it seemed like. But yeah, see, I took both hits there, so I lost both my masks. But I do still make it, so it's fine. The rest of it's pretty easy. There isn't... I don't think there's any more of the log throwing guys. There might be one more. Yeah, there is. See, if you can make it through with both your masks, you pick up this mask here, this part's easy. Because you can literally just run straight down it. You don't have to worry about getting hit by the logs. I mean, they'll still hit you, but they don't hurt you, obviously. So there's the gem. You just gotta jump back, get on the platform, takes you back. Now all you have to do is get to the end of the level. So don't worry about anything else. Just get to the end of the level. Do not try to hit this exclamation point box. You don't need it. It's just a risk you don't need to take. So just get to the end. This is the easiest in my opinion. This one's not hard at all. So there's your gem path clear gem on Ruination. Alright, now this is the gold relic run. This actually, once you do this a couple times, it's actually not that bad. I've often found that like the time trials aren't always as like difficult as they seem. Once you like get the level down, it's actually really simple, unless the level has a bunch of garbage in it, like the hanging out level and stuff like that. But like this level, it doesn't really have a whole lot of like things you have to deal with, other than the monkeys, I guess. But other than that, you just keep moving, don't get hit by the fire, hold your sprint button, you'll get it easy. So I didn't really struggle with the time trial on this too much. Well, I say that, but after I had gotten the gems, I didn't struggle with it as much. But I knew the level so well by that point that it didn't really matter anymore. I could just run through it all. I'm sure you can do that faster, but I knew I didn't know what the time was, but I just kind of had a feeling that this was going to be a little lenient on time, like some of them are, so I wasn't too worried about it. I think I had already gotten the Sapphire Relic too, so I kind of knew as long as I was ahead of that time, I would get the gold. So there it is. Yeah, I already had the Sapphire Relic. Alright, so you can see behaving. That's the last level in this episode. I already have the gold relic, which is what we do in the next clip. But it's just because I did that one first, actually, out of all of these. Because I was just struggling with all the other levels. And this one was actually pretty easy, surprisingly. So this one, again, is really easy. Just when you're on the mud areas, just don't spin. Just slide. So you don't... Because when you spin and you dive underneath, yeah, you don't get hit by the bees, but it takes a lot of time. Like that animation takes a ton of time, so you just gotta do it. And honestly, I hit the nitro there a lot. Actually, I didn't in that one, but if I have a mask, I just hit the nitro because like who cares, you know? So I spun there just because I panicked, but I tried not to spin as much as possible when I was on the mud. Now the rest of this, you pretty much just have to run, and slide, and jump. That's really all there is to it. Those bees really used to piss me off though. When I did this level the first time, couldn't even tell you how many times I died. It was crazy. There's one. No, this is the last area here. Now, I think I hit this nitro exclamation, and you don't need to, but that was a mistake there too. You don't need to do that, but I didn't want to die, so I just hit it. And that's it. So that is everything on Warp Floor 4. So all we have to do is Warp Floor 5, and then this game will be done. Still have a couple other things I gotta do. I still gotta get 99 lives, but anyway. If you watch this, I appreciate it. If you leave a like, I'd appreciate it. Comment, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Do anything. So, thanks for watching.